I had a relative call me up and say, I have this Jeep. I'm not quite sure what to do with it. Are you interested in it? Well, not really, but maybe. I don't know. Tell me about it. It doesn't run. It tears up tires. There's switches that are broken. The heater doesn't work. If you are interested, you're going to need to rent a truck and a trailer. You're going to have to tow this back because there's no way you're going to be able to drive it. Huh. Can you pick me up at the airport on Thursday? Ah, shoot. My wife is not going to be happy I'm bringing home another junk car. So I got Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to drive from somewhere in the United States in Pahrump, Nevada, all the way back to Washington State. Oh, and by the way, I'm stopping in Bakersfield to pick up my dad on the way up too, in a vehicle that has not run in about a year and has lots of problems, and I've been told will not make it. This is gonna be one epic trip. So to start out, we're on a farm. I mean a ranch. There's pigs and goats and cows and chickens and all kinds of animals. And the whole thing is in a place that is just covered in this really fine dirt called silt that just gets over, in, and around and on everything and just sticks there. So that's what we're starting at 4,653,000 a.m. in the morning when it is pitch black outside and there's absolutely no light anywhere. And of course, after sitting for so long, the battery was absolutely 100% completely dead. I did buy a battery locally, but found that after we jumped the Jeep, it actually charged and seemed to work fine. I actually ended up returning the battery once I got home because it just kept going. Here we go, first startup. Oh, lights come on. That's just promising. A little bit of miles there. Fuel pump comes on. Oh yeah, she starts right up. Maybe a little bit rough though. Certainly very dirty. There is dirt and dust everywhere. But that's how we like it. Need to cover it in some mud next. Does the fuel gauge work? Does it not work? Does it have fuel in it? I don't know. Better make a mad dash to the gas station. Before I even got gas, I had to purchase a little gem of STP fuel treatment, tune up in a bottle to pour it in before we filled it with fuel. I'd only gone about half a mile, but I had to take a look at this thing. This was probably one of the nicest vehicles I've ever owned. Leather interior, heated seats, I mean it was just nice. Quiet inside, TV, DVD player, sunroof, I mean this thing was fully loaded. It was a really nice, quiet, lots of power, had a very fine protective layer of silt all over everything, inside, seats, dashboard, you name it, it had silt on it. This was used as a ranch vehicle, so it did have some body damage, some dents, some dings, some scratches, but it had to pop the hood and get a look at that 5.7 liter Hemi in there. That is Hemi-licious. That is some good clean fun right there. I could do some damage with that thing right there. Now I gotta make a serious decision. Do I drive home or do I pull down a building? I was instructed by the boss to drive home and not destroy any structures at this time. There's lots of driving at night. It's just dark. You can kind of see the side of the mirror. It's boring. Let's fast forward through this part. There is just something amazing about a sunrise over the Nevada desert. Lots of colors, the peace and quiet, the mountains, the brush, it's just amazing. I'm in an off-road vehicle surrounded by off-road and I can't partake of any of it. I just gotta get home. It's just killing me. And so it went, for mile after mile after mile after mile. You look around, this landscape looks like you're on Mars out here. Oh, wait a minute, coming into civilization, we're almost there. What's that up there? Is that a sign? Well, it's right to go to Death Valley and left to go to Baker, California. Oh, I made a left. Not too long after that, that sun came up and it came up over the mountains and it was just brutal. You can see how bright it is. When I was actually filming this, I'm looking at my action camera and it just was just totally blown out. It was just white. Well, I wasn't even sure I was going to record anything. And it got pretty warm inside the Jeep after that. Just up this road on the left is the entrance to Dumont Dunes. It is right there. I have a Dumont Dunes vehicle and I cannot go in there and have fun because I have to get home. Ah! Don't do it. Resist the temptation of Dumont Dunes, which is right there. Here we are, made it to Baker, and the world's tallest thermometer. World's tallest thermometer on top of a gift shop. Some other fun places to visit in Baker are the Mad Greek and Alien Fresh Jerky. Also home of some of California's most expensive gas. And we're just going to skip the 15, got on the 58 through Barstow. There's not much to see there. It's just a 2-lane road. This is a little bit further down the freeway. We're actually going past Mojave, the city of Mojave, California. Which there is an air and spaceport. This was a home of Scaled Composites, Burt Rutan's company, who built the Voyager, which was the first aircraft to fly around the world without fueling, non-stop. This is where the first private space flight was launched, Spaceship One, on June 21st, 2004. It was all right here, not too far from where this freeway is. Also just south of there is Gene Winfield's shop. Gene Winfield was a customizer, built lots of custom cars and props for different TV shows. Also Willow Springs Raceway is just a little ways down the freeway as well. As we travel up the hill to Tehachapi, you can see the hillsides on the left are just covered in windmills. Yeah, I don't have any good pictures of that. Sorry, I tried. When we were down on the desert floor, it was pretty warm. I can't believe the Jeep never overheated. It never had any issues. It was kind of disappointing, actually. I was expecting some action or some breakdowns or something. But now we climbed the hill. We're in Tehachapi. We actually got a little bit of rain, which helped cool things down quite a bit, which was nice. And the mountain roads just keep climbing. It seems you're climbing up into the clouds. And I don't know why, but it seems like there is always road construction going on in Tehachapi. I suspect in the wintertime, this freeway gets shut down. So possibly from all the snow equipment or snow removal equipment, the roads get tore up. But there's always some kind of construction going on. Now past the mountains of Tehachapi, we are cruising into Bakersfield, California, the armpit of California. Oh, maybe that's Fontana. I don't know. I get them mixed up. Met up with my brother, my father in Bakersfield. We carpool all the way up to Sacramento. And in Sacramento, there's Sacramento Raceway. I used to drag race a Mustang there. I now have a vehicle with a Hemi that is supposed to be faster than my Mustang. And I can't go to the drag strip. I have to resist the temptation because I have to get home in time to go to work on Monday. We started out in Pahrump, Nevada with a Jeep that ran rough, had a dead battery, was sat for a long time, was very dirty. Got to experience the sunrise over the Nevada desert and the brutal sun of the Nevada desert as well on the way to the world's tallest thermometer, through Mojave, Tehachapi, and into Bakersfield. And the only complaint I had this whole time was I wish I had some good wiper blades. At this point, this Jeep is really growing on me. It's got 20 miles to the gallon, it's comfortable to ride in, it's quiet, it's just been a real pleasure to drive. And there's been no mechanical breakdowns or failures, even after sitting for such a long time. Stay tuned for part 2 of the trip as we go from Sacramento all the way up to the Pacific Northwest through Crater Lake. We'll see you next time. Stay safe. And I forgot to mention that she's got a Hemi.